turn your disciplined life into a life of freedom.
Jocko Willink believes that being a disciplined person comes from choosing to be disciplined, not your environment, but your mindset. Instead of trying to figure out what it takes to be disciplined, he says just do the things. Don't wait around trying to find out how to get up early every day. Just get up. Don't figure out how to stop eating a certain food. Just stop eating it. Be disciplined to make the sacrifices necessary to achieve your goals. Once we stop looking for shortcuts, he says, we find ways to make things happen and we'll be stronger and better for it. We have to be able to be truthful with ourselves and face the facts. He says if we are making excuses and looking for shortcuts, we're never going to be able to be successful. We need to be able to accept the truth and make changes necessary to be better versions of ourselves.
That's kind of offensive to me, because that was my plan. I made it up.
You must be someone who takes extreme ownership of your life. Don't make excuses or blame others. Get control of yourself and your ego.
I had to take responsibility, and in order to do that, I had to control my ego.
Face the truth about your life and take ownership of all of it. Be ready to face it head on and own it. This will develop in you a mindset of not giving up, no matter what obstacle you may encounter. In the midst of all of this, Jocko reminds us to listen to ourselves when we are tired and worn out, taking note of why and when we are tired, and work to find a solution so that you can relieve this in the future. Allowing your body time to rest, but never giving up altogether, never quitting. Continuously work to be better and know how to use your mind and your body to achieve greatness.
And their attitude is, hey, we need help, we want to get better, we want to be more successful.
Many people lose their discipline when they leave the military because it's not being imposed on them anymore. So, just go look around. Being in the military does not make you a disciplined person. Being from a disciplined family does not make you a disciplined person. Being in a disciplined group does not make you a disciplined person. What makes you a disciplined person is choosing to be disciplined. As far as telling people to man up, which, when someone says, how do I get up early every day? I say, get up early every day. How do I stop eating sugar? Stop eating sugar. If that's the definition of man up, but obviously it's not just men that need discipline in their life. I don't think I use that term, but what I do tell people is to get after it. That's what I tell people, to get after it. I tell people to do the things that they know they're supposed to do. Right? There's things that you know you're supposed to do as a human being, things that you know are going to improve your life. Do those things. There's things that you know are going to make you a worse person and make your life worse. Don't do those things. Don't do the things that are making you weaker. Start doing the things that are going to make you stronger and smarter and faster and healthier and going to make you a better human being. And I'll say the same thing to this guy.
I detailed every mistake that was made and who made it. And I pointed out every failure in the planning and the preparation and the execution in the operation. And I pointed out who was responsible for that failure. I had to take responsibility. And in order to do that, I had to control my ego so that my ego did not control me. No one takes ownership of the problems, and therefore the problems never get solved with us. Everyone took ownership of their mistakes. Everyone took ownership of the problems. And when a team takes ownership of its problems, the problems get solved. And that is true on the battlefield, it is true in business, and it is true in life. So I say, take ownership. Take extreme ownership. Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Get control of your ego. Don't hide your delicate pride from the truth. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad.
You want to get better? You want to self-improve? Stop looking for a shortcut and go find your alarm clock. Find your discipline. And find your guts and your passion and your drive and find your will. And then you will find your freedom.
We have to be truthful to ourselves. I have to be truthful to myself. You have to be truthful to yourself. You have to stop rationalizing, stop making excuses, stop telling yourself little watered down assessments of where you're really at. Tell yourself the truth so that you can get where you want to go. You can be who you want to be. You can be who you should be
who you should be when you do what you know you should do, when you pay attention to the little things, when you implement discipline, true and unflinching and unmitigated discipline in your life, when you stop trying to find a sweatless solution, when you look for weaknesses to work on, when you allow no easy excuses. And all that starts when you stop lying to yourself.
Step up to the hard work. Step up and shoulder that burden and live your life. If I wake up in the morning, it's 4:30 and I'm like, man, I am wicked tired and I don't feel like doing this today. What I do is I note it down in my head, like, okay, you were tired. Then I go do it anyways. And if I'm tired the next day, if the next day I say the same thing, then I'm like, okay, you know what? That's 2 days in a row. Your workout was weak. I'm paying attention. And like, okay, guess what? You need a little downtime. That's the way I do it. I won't accept, like, the one thing in the world I'll procrastinate is procrastination. Like, if I want to take a day off, it's like, okay. The other thing about this is, you know, this idea of quitting, right? This idea of quitting and never quitting.